It's red now.
What do you think?
I mean, it looks good, but you tell me if it looks good.
Oh, yeah, because I can look at it here on this fancy computer box. Yeah.
Yeah, frame is nice.
I mean, it's okay.
Do you want to turn that light on?
What light? Oh, that one? Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer to me, but you're welcome to turn it on.
What's wrong with this light?
I don't know. It makes me depressed.
What? Why?
I mean, if I have to explain it.
I'm going to have to... I'll get a shot of this light later on and splice it into this so that people know what we're talking about. It's not a depressing light.
It is to me.
Okay, actually, I see it.
I'm like...
Man, that is a sad, sad light.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Like, what do you say about it? You know, you're like, man, you know, screw this.
It just makes me want to be quiet on a Sunday night and regret everything I ever did.
Yes, this is the lamp of regret. You know what? I'm not going to splice it in. People, you're going to have to guess. Actually, I'll describe it to you. What it is a statuette of two women arm in arm. They're carrying baskets. One of them has flowers. I think what it highlights is that I will always be alone. I see them together. They're happy. They're females. It's never going to happen for me, ever.
It's not just that. It's the quality of the light that tells you them, never you.
Yeah. The light itself?
Mm-hmm. The quality of it, yeah.
I think that the people at home are going to disagree when they... Because I can tell when I look at this image now that this is a higher quality image. You know?
Yeah, the light that it produces.
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, we'll do one take, one whole hour with all these other lights on, and then we'll do another one with just that one, and then people can A/B.
They can A/B it. They can A/B it. We'll have to remember to say everything we said in this first hour.
Yeah.
I'm out of yerba mate, but I have a lot of energy.
Do you want some of this? It's terrible.
You don't like it?
I mean, I'm gonna drink it.
What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a Rain energy drink. Rain spelled as in, like, you know, have power over other people.
Which is very much in line with what got us here in the first place.
God.
Plus, you get your coenzyme Q10.
Which does
dose. What? It gives you that edge.
The mental fortitude to go into battle.
It's the panic-inducing element of this energy drink.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought
this is going to be in it?
Yeah,
oh, man.
Absolutely.
All right. How are you today, James? Thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me over. I'm doing good, you know. I am in rehearsals for a musical.
I know.
I am working on that rock opera. I got 2 stripes on my blue belt for jiu-jitsu recently. I'm chasing down that purple. I'd signed up for my first jiu-jitsu tournament.
Ooh.
On September 4th. I'm going to be competing with people in my age bracket at my weight in the blue belt division.
Okay. So. You think it's going to go well?
I really want it to. And I know I know that sounds ridiculous, but I really...
No, that sounds right. It would be terrible if you're like, I hope I lose.
I don't hope I lose. I won't be like devastated if I do, but I really want to win. I'd really like to.
I want you to win.
Thank you.
I want to do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
It seems fun.
It is.
I like talking about wanting to do jiu-jitsu.
I noticed. Tell me more. What is the quality of your desire?
Cerebral and fantasy-like.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a question, right? What's the quality of your desire? Is it the sort of desire that makes you hate yourself because you know you never will? Or is it the sort of desire that makes you happy because you think you might, but you're actually fooling yourself?
No, it's an island upon itself. I can just have that thought and go like, I did good. And then check out, never having had to have done it. This is a life skill I learned early on.
It's an island. So... Real quick, for backstory, folks, Ali and I used to drink together.
This is a fact.
We used to get sloppy, crying drunk.
Well, we met because we were doing a record together, And then the other guys were party people too.
Yeah.
But they would like clock out at like midnight.
Yeah.
It would be like, now we can really get down to business.
We're like, well, we're not done yet, right?
Yeah. No, it was drinking, and we're like, we're going to do vocal takes, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, because they're going to have that real grit, the extra sauce.
Yeah, the angst and desperation is going to come through.
Right.
With that bottle
Which is
of
important.
Cutty Sark.
Which is important. Oh, God, Cutty Sark. That is what we, yes. Horrible.
And then we're like, this isn't working out at 2:30 a.m. and we drive. This is horrible. Don't do this. This is one of those things that you do again and again in a not sober life, never thinking once about the implications. But we would drive from here to Sun Valley.
Yeah.
At like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Out of our goals.
Continue drinking.
In the car.
And then when the sun would come up in the morning, we would just be running out of booze as the store would open up for liquor sale.
Yeah. It's not a glamorous life.
No.
It seemed fun at the time.
Right. But it was clear to us that there was something different, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like we could tell there was something different about the way that we drank.
Yeah, because everyone else would hang, but they would punch out at a certain point.
Yeah.
And we wanted, like, we were working for free, man. Like,
I remember one time we were driving, I think we were driving hungover to the store to get more booze. And there were all these people running. They were like out for their morning jogs. And we were like looking out the window at these people like, geez. And you go, look at these brave souls.
I envied them.
Yeah,
I envied
me
them.
too.
I had to pretend I was flabbergasted and pitied the fools.
Right. I know.
I just wanted to like be able to do a thing.
Yeah.
And go, hey, this is fun.
Right.
Look at me in the morning.
Yeah.
Not drunk.
Yeah. Driving
Yeah.
to the store to get more. And it was you actually helped me get sober this time around too. Like you were there at the beginning of this go around of my sobriety. Because it didn't occur to me that I was a chronic relapser. I thought that I kept on realizing I wasn't an alcoholic.
You almost got through the barrier every time.
I would be like, oh, you know what the problem with these meetings is? I'm not an alcoholic.
That's it.
Yeah.
That must be it.
And so when I inevitably...
Will you quickly tell the story of how it went down?
Yes.
We hadn't seen each other, in like 2-3 years?
Something like that. And I said, hey, do you want to play some music sometime? And, so we went and got dinner and we were chatting about music. And it came up that you were getting ready to celebrate 1 year sober. And I was like, what?
After my relapse, which was not recommended. You don't have to if you don't want to.
No. And so we're sitting to dinner. You tell me about your year sober. And I'm like, that is insane. I was like, that's crazy. A whole year of no drinking? Wow. And I was like, I remember I used to do that, try to get sober stuff. And you know what I realized is I'm not an alcoholic. And you were like, oh, awesome, dude. I would never wish that on anyone, so good for you. I'm glad that you figured it out. And I was like, yeah, I'm on a break right now because apparently I got drunk and broke up with my fiance. I don't remember it, but I'm on like a break.
You said last night.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm stopping because last night.
Yeah, I'm stopping for a little while.
I don't want to marry her.
And you're all like, oh, okay. Clocked it. Gonna drop it now, So I had a break, which probably lasted like a day or two. And then I was off to the races again. And then I was like already really close to the bottom. And I called you up and I was like, dude, I need help. I have a serious problem. And you're like, oh, awesome. Let's go. Let's go.
I was trying to hide my excitement when I called, but I was very excited.
You probably knew right when you saw the phone ringing, huh?
Yeah. I was like, all right, here it is. When it was like, I love getting the call of, I have a problem.
Right.
And I'm like, fucking A, here we go.
Yeah.
And you, much to your, how do I say it?
Credit?
Much to your credit and wisdom, and I think your fiance at the time, everyone was kind of pushing, where you were like, I was like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I feel terrible.
Yeah, I'm puking.
I'm just kind of vomiting, and it's a nightmare. I'm like, I'll come get you. And you're like, I don't, maybe. And you fucking said yes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you did, because
Yeah.
that was your last hangover, man.
Yeah.
And what date was that?
That was October 30th, the day before Halloween, 2017.
Which is fucking awesome, because mine is November 1st.
Right.
So I was like, dude, we're the same. We're in the same grade.
Yeah. We're both Scorpios. Me twice over. My sobriety's a Scorpio.
I didn't know they had that. That's great.
I no one told me. I made that shit up the other day.
I dig.
So
Sobriety horoscope. We're gonna add that. Click on the link below, you guys. We're gonna figure this out by the time this is out.
yeah. Let's not do that. We gotta upkeep it, and people just shut.
Well, just
shut
check
up.
the onion and pretend that's your sobriety horoscope.
So how long now? So you're coming up on 5 years. I'm coming up on 4 years.
Yeah, man. All right, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Pandemic. Let's talk about it.
Mama
Did that
pajama.
feel like? I feel like I'm getting away with some shit that I shouldn't have, in the sense of like, did I really? Should that count towards sober time and not be taxed a little bit? Like, do you get an asterisk on your year because you just kind of were inside?
No, you should it should count as double
It's
years.
a time and a half.
Yeah, it's his time and a half. It's golden hour work, because it's like, I mean, we couldn't go to hang out with people that are sober in person for the longest time. Had to hang out with them on the internet, which kind of sucked a little bit.
Yeah, it's not the same, man.
No, and it was great every time I did it, but for some reason, making myself do it was the hardest thing. But I know people that have only known sobriety in the pandemic, and those that stuck with it, I'm like, you guys are champions, But it just goes to show that when you're
time and a half for sure.
Yeah. But it just kind of goes to show, though, when you're done, you're done, you know?
I dig that, man. It was tough. It was like this. The one saving grace was that you could do Zoom on your phone.
Yeah.
So I would drive around, smoke cigarettes,
Yep.
and be like, I'm going to a meeting. And
Right.
it was like my one obligation in
Right.
a 24-hour cycle.
Yeah, you'd turn off the camera.
I turned it on. I'm like, I need people to see the
Yeah.
horror and the despair seeping out of me.
Did I show you the picture that I took of you during a...
You did.
I mean, it's
You
like...
did. That was too real, man.
It was classic.
Oof. Yeah, that was a tough one. I've never... I doubt very many of us have been forced into isolation, incarceration, withholding.
You know what's funny, too, is that like a lot of us would choose isolation for certain periods of time, but when it's forced upon us, we're like,
That's the thing.
Excuse me.
Like
I like to choose my isolation.
I want birthday cake every day, but if I had to eat birthday cake,
I'd be like, I'm
every
not
day,
eating it.
Yeah, it would be a rebellion. It was terrible.
So what are some of the things that you dealt with during the pandemic other than just isolation? Like, did you try anything? Like some people got like really good at something.
I tried to be productive and did some classes over Zoom.
Oh, yeah.
Just to stay busy, but it was hard too.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of a learning environment is that you get to discover new knowledge
Right.
together in a group of people. It's that synergy, man.
Right.
That kind of third power that happens. That's the amalgam of the group. But I started working out because that was the closest to an illicit high I could get. Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, you look good. You look trim.
I don't shower as often.
Perfect.
And I'm trying
Very
to get
French.
back into that.
Very European of you.
Yeah, very just like lonely of me.
It's more sustainable.
It is more sustainable.
I mean, you're a good
I'm saving the
Californian.
earth. Yeah.
There's wildfires all over.
Man, it was a weird thing, but I'll say this: the thing it helped with sobriety was kind of a little bit more of a focus on higher power, and I mean this in the sense that we've talked about this at length, and I want to get your input on it also. But higher power was never something that came easily to me,
Yeah.
even in sobriety. I think I kind of like submitted to it at first just because was easier than keeping the fight up, and something that kind of grew the garden variety spiritual experience, as it were. I never had the white light experience, and it always came through other people, and particularly in interactions. And the place that I was able to tap into service immediately was going to a meeting and looking around and seeing like who was climbing the walls inside and talking to that person. And that became very hard to do
during the pandemic,
during the Zoom era.
Yeah.
I mean, like I did online H&I and I'd gotten into it beforehand, but once again, it's not the same.
Right.
But it made me a lot closer to people who I do go to meetings with, because I don't know what it is, the psychological effect of like they're in my home and I'm in theirs. So it just opened me up, and a lot of the social construct of one's behavior with other people, a lot of those rules have melted away in a good way, where I feel a lot more open and a lot more appreciative of connection with people.
But back to your higher power thing. Like you said your higher power was hard for you to come by. You found it in interaction with others, and that was hard to do during the pandemic.
It was.
So how did it get? Did you say it got stronger during the pandemic in a certain sense?
At least my connection to it, or realization how higher power influences my life, became clear, because I was deprived of the frequency of interaction I would have with others. So at first I was like, shit, man, I got a weak connection to HP. I must be doing it wrong. They're like, I'm cutting corners, or I'm leaning too much on one side. And I was talking to my sponsor, Anthony, shout out to Anthony R. He's like, it just sounds like that's become clearer what it is. I think it's just affirmed the way that you tap into it more. I mean, shit, you tell me if this has been your experience. Like, if it was just me, prayer, and a book trying to get sober, I'd be drunk in a week and like hanging from the barn rafters by the end of the month. So it's always been that way for me. And I have to, like, interaction with other people, and particularly the shorthand that, you know, addicts have with one another who are in recovery. That's the thing that kind of fueled that. And at least I know if we go through something like this again and we are locked up, that it's not an unknown end. It's just like, all right, this may be how it is for a minute, but HP's going to be there. HP got to come. We're on his turf anyway.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I've been a spiritual tourist for many years now, you know, to a certain degree. Even when I wasn't doing AA stuff, I was still looking, you know, I was searching, and sometimes I'd go to church. Every once in a great while, it would just like kind of like, I'd be like, I feel like going to church today. And then like whoever I was with, sometimes, you know, inevitably would be like, what? You want to go to church?
You want to go to church.
Right. And I'd go. And then for a little while, after I got sober, I was going to self-realization fellowship and listening to the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda.
You told me about it. We went. You hit me to some of that.
You know, and one of the things that I really like about some of those like enlightened teachers of, you know, the search for and realization of God is that to them, it seems like some of these guys are in a constant relationship to God at all times, no matter what they're doing. They're relating to another person, and in that, they are relating to their higher power. They are alone in contemplation, and in that, they are relating to their higher power. You know, they're walking through a garden, they're looking at the sunset. It's all from nonstop, from start to finish of the day, a process of courtship of this great love, the greatest love in their life. And I'm like, man, that sounds really, really rad, you know?
It does. It sounds amazing. And I'm like, we were talking about jujitsu. It's one of those memories that I like to have, like a fantasy, and it kind of boosts me. But when I think about God or HP, whatever the fuck, and people who do it like that, it makes me feel like I'm doing it wrong, or I must be faking it, or I'm just not. I'm not in the pocket.
Right. Well, that's not true though, right? Because
it's not true.
Because One of the things that I had this friend when I was working at this restaurant in Hollywood, and we would smoke, and on our smoke break, we would talk about God. And like we were in a very, felt like godless place. This restaurant was rough. You know what I mean? It was just like, it was the worst in so many ways. And it was just an awful place of stress and anxiety and, just desperation. It really was like all like the clientele, the coworkers, the owners, like it all just felt icky. And we would go outside and we'd be on our smoke break and we'd be talking about God. And I remember he called me out on some of my like more shallow like thoughts and that I would share with him. He'd be like, "See, James, this is your ego talking, And he was a bit older, a little bit further down the path. He'd been seeking for longer, And I totally believed that he had the right to call me out. But I remember him once saying like, I'd be like, "Well, what about people that like believe other stuff? What about them? Are they going to go to hell or whatever?" And he's like, "No, God has sheep in many flocks, and all rivers lead to the ocean." And I was like, and one of the other things is that, I've gleaned all of these from conversations. These are from interactions with people, which proves your point, like how important it is to talk about these things with other people because they can help shape and form your experience of your higher power throughout your life. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine, and I would have these experiences when I was younger, and to a certain degree now, when a song would come on the radio and like the lyrics would be so directly pertinent to what was happening in my life that it was like impossible for me to see it as anything other than like a direct communication from my higher power to me. And I was telling my friend that, and they were like, "Of course, because that's the language you speak, and the higher power talks to every person in a language that they understand, And so if my language that I relate to the world with is music and I have my ears open for it, that's probably what I'm going to hear, Or if I'm like out and about talking to people and that's like what I love. If I just love people, I'm probably going to hear what I need to hear from a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, indeed, man. I think I would like to think that I would grow and change and ponder, but that's fucking bullshit, man. I think the thing that has forced me to reconsider anything ever has been provocation from without. It's never been like a direct message that I've incubated and somehow it's gone through my soul, whether it be spiritual, whether it be societal, outside of recovery, inside of recovery. I think the thing that I dig now, and I'm not the young man I once was, is kind of getting my cage rattled a little bit. I'm grateful that I'm able to now, instead of retreat from that and get defensive, to most of the time, or some of the time maybe even, take it as a learning opportunity.
And get excited about it.
And get excited about it. And it's great, man. I like not knowing. I dig saying I don't know. Or, that's a good question. Let's
Which
see
was
what
not
happens.
accessible to us when we were, yeah.
I think whether male ego, female ego, whatever, I think just human ego and the way we operate right now societally, we're not taught to be ponderers, but rather answer havers. There's probably a more eloquent way to say that.
No, I hear you.
I think it's stunted. It's definitely stunted my growth, and I could see how we would all be a little bit better off if provocation led to consideration rather than defensiveness. Definitely. And fuck, man, going back to some of that pandemic stuff, like the need for satiation and escape was never more underlined and underscored during this time. Like I started smoking during the pandemic just so that every like 45 minutes or an hour, I would have something that would give me relief.
Right.
And I I've been saying I'm going to quit since like September.
I was vaping for a while, which is really, really stupid.
I mean, it's all bad. They're all.
But it was the same thing. I wanted something to focus on.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the core struggles, like the through line between one addict or another, whether they're in recovery or not, is that need to be able to reach for something to make us feel different in a very
Immediate
and reliable, consistent way, man. And I struggle with that still all the fucking time, man. That's been the hardest thing, is to be uncomfortable and sit in it.
Yeah.
And not try to fix. And God knows I've tried to fix, man.
Oh, yeah. But to just, that's one of the things that I hear you. I hear you big time. And I agree. And I feel like that's one of the big, big lessons that I've learned in the last couple of years is instead of running from bad feelings, saying to myself, I feel bad right now. Why do I feel bad? And if I run from this, what am I running toward? And will this be resolved? One of the things that I keep on trying to figure out is, what am I running from? What is it that I'm running from? Is it I'm running from this low-lying existential dread that underscores the fabric of my being? What is it that I'm running from? Because I'm running toward momentary distraction, because even as a person who's sober, I have things that I use to distract myself.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? And one of the biggest ones within the last few years that I've really come to become aware of in sobriety is women. I'm so addicted to the chase and the romance involved with women. And it's not cool. It's not cool anymore. It's not cool anymore. You know what I mean? It used to be fun, but now I realize that it's hurtful to me and to the other person. So it's I don't even have that anymore. I can't, in good conscience, do it any longer. So the only thing I've got left is coffee. That's it. You know?
Nicotine and panic attack in a can right there.
Right. And but my question to myself is, what am I running from? I'm running toward distraction, towards good feelings. Why is it that my base level in my head is not okay? Why is base level, is it boredom? Am I running from boredom? Am I running from self-hatred? And if that's true, is there something healthier I can become less bored with? Or if it's self-hatred, then I got to sit here for a little bit and dress these wounds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can't do stuff that's going to hurt me in good conscience any longer, thinking that that's going to be okay and it's going to make me feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Man, they talk about, when you get sober, and you enter a 12-step program, they say that thing will ruin your drinking. It'll also ruin your other bad habits as you become conscious of them, man.
Right.
And you're more advanced in that regard than me, because I'm not even trying to figure out why. I'm this is my innate reaction. It's like a knee-jerk reaction that anytime I'm not feeling good or great, that is an unacceptable area and I must escape it.
No, but that's what you just said, is that you're learning to sit in it now.
Yeah, or at least go I feel weird.
Yeah.
Before this conversation started, I was I feel weird, James. And you're why? I'm I don't know. It's just kind of, it tracks, It's on brand a little bit.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just weird. And I think any attempt to figure it out is futile, because I'm dealing with a time event that happened and now I'm beyond it. And there's going to be the next weird feeling.
Yeah.
And that weird feeling answer is not going to be the same answer as that weird feeling answer. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, this dude we know, Pat H., he's, I'm 42. He's 1 year ahead of me in sobriety than I've been on planet Earth. And the thing that he said that made sense, and I'm oh yeah, it's alcoholism is this radar constantly looking for a problem so that it can justify relief.
I think that's the human brain. The human brain is what looks for problems. It's just that alcoholics have a tendency to make those problems and take those problems or any feeling at all and amplify it.
Yeah,
you know,
I think you're totally right. I don't want to make too big a distinction between addicts and non-addicts in that regard, but I think what the bad thing that happens is that our solutions lead to death oftentimes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck, how many people did we know that are no longer here just from the pandemic, you know? Because for one reason or another, they started feeling bad enough where fucking, you know, snorting heroin or picking up the bottle was okay again, and they're not here. You know, it's that I don't know. So sometimes maybe this is a bad justification for like drinking too much caffeine or saying I'm gonna like fuck it, I'll have a cigarette, I'll quit next month. I promised my mom this time. Like that's not as bad as where we could go with some of it. Daily practice, man.
I mean, it isn't as bad though.
It isn't. So. It isn't for sure.
Yeah.
Not to say those are not consequential, but I also want to make sure that I don't use that as an excuse. And I was talking to a dude at the beginning of the lockdown, like a couple of months in, and it occurred to me, I was like, shit, this might be a good excuse, like a good place to hang my hat to have a reason to be justified in feeling bad. So I was like going through some rough relationship stuff on a thing that ended, isolation, all that, and I was like, fuck, man, I've managed to be miserable with someone in a relationship. I've managed to be miserable with a rich social life, with work, whatever. So I'm trying to be more cognizant of not taking the bait.
Yeah.
On excuses or like a good place I can sneak in my bad feelings.
Yes,
where
I
it sneaks
totally
under
hear
the
you.
radar.
I hear you, because it's like as you get more sober time, you get more aware of the processes of your brain, of your pathology. You know what I mean? Because like you meditate a little bit here and there, which is more than you did in the past, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So then you start like watching your mind with a little bit more accuracy, and then thoughts that used to be subconscious processes you're aware of them more, and you go, I just thought that. You know what I mean? Like the other day, I have this list of things I've done wrong in my life.
Ooh.
That I like dredge up and look at.
Yeah.
You know, and I go, but you did this. You did this. Yeah. Here. I was in the shower 2 days ago.
What do bad thoughts happen in the shower? That's the last place bad thoughts. It's the nicest place on planet Earth.
I'm getting clean. It's warm, you know. And out comes the town crier with the list.
Yeah.
Hear ye, hear ye. Here is a list of people you have harmed, you know. And I'm making light of it, but it's torturous. And I'll read myself this list in my brain, right? But I was in the shower, and I've been, you know, there's like 3 of them in particular that are just like, they're like the big ones that homeboy in the back row likes to shout about, this heckler that lives in my head. And he starts dredging them up and shouting about them. And I'm just looking down in the shower, you know, like I think I have a hand against the wall. And I go, and then suddenly I see that it's happening. I suddenly become aware that it's happening, and I go, hey, thank you, but that's not necessary. You know, like there was another person that came into the conversation, like the nice one, and was like, hey, thank you. We already feel bad about this. We've already tried to make amends. Like I've already tried to turn the corner and be a better person. I don't have to relive this right now in the shower. You know, good morning. Became that person, that voice. I know it sounds like I'm schizophrenic.
No, dude,
but this
totally
this nice person voice was like, hey, good morning. How about that? How about good morning? How about let's think about some stuff we're grateful for today?
For real,
and
man,
I did.
I like that schizophrenic thing because I started thinking about it as different people, and it became easier to manage. And like, don't get me wrong, man, I've gotten jumped over in my living room by the different person. I was like, shit, man, you guys were supposed to have my back, and I just got jumped in the hallway.
Right.
but it makes it easier because then you can be like, okay, well, you're on one today, I suppose. Here we go.
Right. Yeah. Here comes that young man that always throws fits. I guess we'll just observe him until he gets tired of screaming.
Yeah, I'll offer him some tea afterwards.
Oh shit! How long has this not been recording? Oh, that's terrible. That's bad news.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. We can do you can do computer magic wizard stuff.
Yeah, let's hope so. What if it was like the whole time up until now? There was some good stuff in there. I wonder how long that's been.
But we're getting audio, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put a picture of me in a cowboy hat.
Yeah. I like that. Like
Zoom background.
Yeah, that kind of changes and moves, bounces in the corners.
Yeah, the Ken Burns effect. Get some of that going. It's gonna be great, man. I like that. It's been a weird 40 some years. Yeah. Wait, right before we go on, I wanted to say this, but I was so psyched about what you were talking about, I totally forgot. You're talking about that undertow of anxiety, man. I read that Russell Brand book, the recovery book.
Me too.
That he put out. And I think it was in the first paragraph of that. And it's an obvious thing, but to have someone explicitly state it, it just made it clear. It's like, we all have the knowledge that one day we're going to die.
Right.
And then somehow we have to have a conscious mind where we reconcile that every day and not have it
ruin our lives.
In mental breakdown every day.
Yeah, not have it in the forefront of our mind.
Yeah, at all given times.
Right.
No morbid reflection, which is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Which is hard.
Yeah.
That's the scariest thing to me. I'm like, shit, I'm going to die, and I have fucked up, and I didn't do whatever you're supposed to do, which is, I guess, just live one more day, exist one more day, and you won.
Yeah, I mean, be here now, right? Be nice to people.
I try to be, yeah.
I mean,
I've gotten way nicer since AA.
And be helpful, right? Like that, there's nothing... I remember you actually early on in my sobriety saying at a meeting that when you are of service to people, there is a correctness that washes over you. And I think that because I've experienced it, that is the most accurate way to describe what the feeling of being of service and being right in the world is. It's a correctness.
I feel correct.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, all I had to do was just be helpful to other people and not get caught up in my own bullshit mentally.
Working at Oasis for a year was essentially like a year of less, not none, but less selfishness because I was focused on other people, you know?
Yeah.
I was genuinely trying to be helpful, to inspire people, you know? In some ways, I was like, sometimes I felt like it was my job to just muster up the energy and joy that I wanted to show people was accessible to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just be like, you know what? It doesn't have to suck, you know? Because you think when you first get sober, this is going to suck. How am I ever going to talk to a girl? How am I ever going to go out and have fun? How am I ever going to medicate myself? Yes. How am I going to make this shit turn off? Right? And you're like, it's going to suck. And it's like, well, it doesn't have to, you know?
No, I could say, I'm going to speak for both of us in that I feel like since I've known both of us drinking and sobriety, we're way more relaxed and we're way more at ease than we on our best day were while drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck, man. Like, that's all I wanted was just to be at ease.
Yeah.
And just be like...
just to be okay.
Just to be correct. Be okay. I didn't even want correctness. I'm like, that's a boon. I don't even know how people do that. I just want to not be in a panic at any given time.
Right. Or just wicked depressed.
Yeah. Oh, man. And talk about, I didn't realize what an addiction that was.
Ooh, do tell.
Yeah. I mean, I've struggled with that shit. Excuse me. This is not COVID. It's cigarettes. Don't do it, kids.
If you die from smoking cigarettes, I'll kill you.
Yeah, it's going to be fucked up. I hope I don't. I'm going to quit soon. I told my mom by the end of this month.
There you go.
But I've said that to her since September.
So you've got to now.
We shook on it yesterday. I went to visit
Did
her.
you ever vape?
No, I want to die like a man smoking a camel menthol.
A crush. I want to die like a man smoking a Camel Crush. Smoking a Camel Crush.
And
I'll crush it halfway through like a man.
I crush right away. I crush before that thing even sees a flame.
Dude, I was crushing since birth.
Oh man, the combined cigarettes and candy. That's how much they don't give a fuck about any of us. It's the worst.
Yeah.
They're like, do you like gum? Do you like a life-draining addiction? We got the product for you.
Right here. It's got little bits of fiberglass in it too, so it cuts your lungs so you get more of the effect.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
it is. It's
thank
terrible,
you,
man.
big fat rich tobacco man.
Yeah.
Thank you, pig-faced aberration of nature.
I would like if there was one guy who ran all of tobacco and he was big fat.
His name was Big Fat Tobacco.
Oh man.
You know, one of the things, sorry, that I wanted to readdress was you were saying that there's never a time when you have a closeness with your higher power that is the result of some inner work that you did. Like you don't discover it. It comes from without, right? There's a provocation from without. But do you find that like life, the world, people, interactions you have, they provoke thought, right?
Of course.
And then you have these thoughts swirling around, and it's like a puzzle you're trying to put together or take apart. And then some life event happens and somebody talks to you, and suddenly all of this stuff like explodes and makes all of the sense or no sense finally. And it was like, and you see the results of this conversation and this song that someone showed you and this time that you were at this place, and it's all leading to this moment where I had this realization. So in a sense, yes, it was because someone provoked it, but it was also all of the inner work as well.
Yeah, man, it's like like spiritual metabolism.
Yeah.
Like it shit takes a while to digest, and sometimes it needs that catalyst to pop off.
Yeah.
'Cause man, I'm dense. I don't learn lessons easy.
Yeah.
I learn them very hard.
Yeah,
and
me too.
sometimes they got to be crammed in time and time and time again. And I like that, man. I think that's also, it's the spiritual watering of the soil that those seeds can grow in. As if it just, if I went ahead with the same kind of self-centeredness, and I don't mean like self-centered and I'm so great, but just constantly thinking about what I need to feel better, I'm not going to hear any of that other stuff. And I'm not going to be able to be open to that provocation of thought or just an impact that it might have on someone else. And that service shit, man, where you're talking about feeling correct. Another thing that I think has harmed us massively societally is that it's a zero-sum game. Like, if I get something, it means someone else didn't. Or if they got something, I'm deprived of it. And I think sobriety has been the greatest example where you give and someone else gives and everybody gains. Like, that's why service is so touted in whether you're doing 12 steps, whether you're doing another program, whether you're doing it on your own. Like, anytime you help other people, everybody wins. I mean, like what? The Alcoholics Anonymous book came out in the mid-30s, and like religious texts thousands of years ago, and their main thing was like, be cool and help other people. That same tenet has rung true since like we crawled out of a cave.
Treat other people how you want to be treated.
Yeah, there's a reason, like historical figures that we revere are those that gave of themselves. There's a reason like people like the Dalai Lama, or they talk about Gandhi or Martin Luther King in a way, and someone like Genghis Khan in another. It's a global thing, and those people are not just revered in their place of origin. It's like a virtue that is known inside of every human that we open up to when someone steps above and beyond like that. It's like a primal respect that we have.
Yeah. It like cuts through, like that image of the guy telling the other dude, the race isn't over, go. Like there's the finish line, don't stop running. And the guy pushing him from behind, and then this guy wins, and everyone's like, why didn't you fucking, run? You would have won. And he would have been like, there would have been no merit in it. He was the better runner.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
The Olympics just ended, and the dopest shit was when they got the same exact, what was it? Is it in archery? I can't remember.
Yeah.
They got the same score.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we can have a shoot-off and see who wins. They're like, dude, fuck it. Let's both get gold.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
What, there's a way we can both have gold right now?
Yeah, why would you not want to do that?
And then they hugged each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you not want that?
Yeah. Has that ever happened even,
Yeah.
So they're like, well, you guys can both have silver medals.
Even then, you're like, we did good.
So I think that's actually like a perfect place to leave off. We've been recording for 45 minutes, which is great.
Oh, really?
It's good.
It is good.
But, I just wanted to say thank you, man. Thank you for being my friend. I love you very much, too.
Yeah. I'm glad. I hope we should be so lucky to grow old together.
Yeah.
That would be really...
I think you'll have to quit smoking.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
I told your mom. I told my mom.
By the end of August, so I got like 3 weeks left.
So just so you guys know, his dog's name is Broccoli. It's not something that he says when she hurts herself. Oh, Broccoli! It's not like a young father's curse word around his children. Oh, Broccoli! Which would be a great curse word for a child.
Say that, her tail just wags a little bit here off camera. It's like, yes.
All right, bud. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too, man.